Ouch!
Okay, that's fine.
Is that okay?
Yes, that's fine. And we'll take care of the rest.
I'm cutting into the logo. Okay.
Okay.
First
thank
piece.
you. Okay. Well, like Victor's research, the surprises are going to keep coming. So everyone, as we pass out the cake, which is a lovely mango flavor, Victor's favorite. And before we get to the next surprise, I must share with you what I have had the honor of learning firsthand about Victor. The wise man looks into space and does not regard the small as too little, nor the great as too big, for he knows there is no limit to dimensions. This saying by Zhuangzi describes Victor to a T, as I'm sure you all agree. But there is another one that is Victor in essence. Great wisdom is generous, for there is no greater, wiser, or more generous soul than Victor. Over the years, I've met many of Victor's students and several scholars who have worked with him, and I always hear things from 我们都很爱他 to Victor Mair's my hero! But I was heartened to see this in action when Rebecca Shuangfu, Matthew Anderson, Xiang Wan, and Sophie Ward approached me and said they wanted to get something done to honor Victor on his 70th birthday. To which I said, of course! So, without further ado, Rebecca, please come up. Oh, Victor, could you please come up for a minute?
Somebody take that off. 我很爱好吃。
You will find out in a minute. Okay, so Rebecca is going to tell you what happened, but first we're going to spring the surprise on Victor. So Victor, please turn around. Yes. And let's pull this down. You pull it.
I pull it down.
Yes. Well, don't pull the whole thing.
Oh! Wow. Oh my God! Wow!
Thank you, Tony. After editing and reviewing so many digital versions of this collection, I finally felt the great quality of this paper copy by holding it in my hands. I am thrilled. I don't know what I should say here. I'm just thrilled. So, as you will see from the content listed in this collection, we selected 12 of Victor's academic works. Though our mentor, Victor, has produced a vast number of academic works in a broad scope, most of which have been influential and well-known. We neither selected the most influential ones nor included his latest works. Instead, we made a very careful selection among those which are perhaps not that well-known and not very easy to find. Some of them had never been digitalized until this collection came out. For example, chapter 3 in this collection, 讲经文, oral and written aspects of Chinese Sutra lectures, was originally published in Taiwan in 汉学研究 in the year 1986. What was against our expectation is that it's not easy to get either a hard copy from library or a high-quality scanned copy via interlibrary loan. So I had to resort to a good friend at UCLA and finally got a carefully made scanned copy from her. And the process of selection was just hard because we did not want to cut off any piece that we found. And consequently, in the first stage of this editing project, we included 15 pieces of Victor's work. was a huge volume and had almost 700 pages. However, by taking into consideration the size of the volume, as well as issues regarding certain chapters republishing permissions, 12 pieces were kept in the end. This collection was made with the intention to show a clear picture of the development of Victor's scholarship by assembling pieces from different phases of his career. Chapter 1 to chapter 3 reflect Victor's interest in medieval Chinese literature, especially vernacular literature that was greatly influenced by exotic Buddhism. Chapter 4 to chapter 9 mainly deal with the cultural interactions between China and its neighbors, primarily India, but also Iran and the ethnic groups to the south of China. The last 3 chapters of this collection represent Victor's contributions in philosophy and archaeology. Well, it's too difficult to cover all the fields into which Victor has stepped, as well as generalizing the motif of this collection. However, I believe I and all the 3 co-editors chose a perfectly suitable quotation from Shi Ji to generalize the motif that we want to deliver via this collection. That quotation can be found at the very beginning of the collection's preface, and it reads, 泰山不让土壤，不能成其大；河海不择细流，不能就其深。Mountain time never gives up a soil particle and therefore achieves its grandness. Rivers and oceans are never choosy among minute streams and therefore accomplish their depth. If this quotation is not appropriate now, then when should it be? Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Rebecca. This is an excellent volume. It is only 532 pages, so very short, considering it's Victor name. So finally, for all of you, we have put together a slideshow showcasing a selection of Victor's many accomplishments. I wanted to show them all, but the hotel says we don't have the room for the whole night. We've also set up guest pages for you to write your birthday wishes for Victor. So we'll be compiling these pages into a special album for Victor, so please make sure you get the guest pages, and please also make sure you get your photo taken. Last and most importantly, thank you all for coming tonight and keeping this a huge secret from Victor. Thank you for coming and making this such a special event with your presence. You were all invited here because of your important role in furthering the field of Asian studies, and we hope that each and every one of you will help support Cambria Press in doing the same. So thank you very much. I wonder if Victor would like to come up and say a few words.
Okay. Well, I had an inkling that something was afoot, but I have to say that in spite of everything, Rebecca and Sophie and Matt and Johnny kept it a pretty good secret. So I really didn't know what was going to happen tonight. And I certainly didn't know much of what happened tonight. A lot of stuff really surprised the heck out of me. And now, as I was walking back from an Indian dinner with Jennifer Crew, I said, I have to go somewhere at 9:30 tonight, and I'm a little bit apprehensive about what's going to happen. But one thing I vowed to her, and I said, I'm not going to cry. I'm a very emotional person, but I'm not going to cry. And I do have some moistness in my eyes right now. But I'm not going to break down. Anyway, it's been wonderful, and It's really moving for me to see so many friends here, people I've known like Ron Egan back in graduate school, and I could name almost everybody in this room means something very much to me. So thank you all for coming, and that's Support Cambria Press.
So
I missed all these good pictures. Go back. Oh, okay.
So we're going to be serving the cake and passing out the guest pages, so please make sure you come and have your picture taken with Victor. Thank you again to all for coming. And please come to the Cambria booth, we're number 201, and show your support. Okay, thank you.
There's also tea.